As I promised, we have one more step to finish our JiGui library, at least for time being, and that is making an abstract class for our handle screens. Hello everyone, this is Ali Reza. Welcome to the Mentor Code Lab. Between the previous episode and current episode, some things have happened inside the library, especially the JiGui one, and that is I made some of those to-dos being done. For example, making things public, added some things like use player inventory so that when I go into the constructor and I want to add the player slots, I check if that player inventory should be drawn or not. An example of that will be in our handlers from 1 to 9, actually 1 to 8. If I open them, you see that for use player inventory, I'm returning false. And now if I run the game, let's run the game and see the result. If I open any one of these GUIs, you see that the player inventory is not there, not the slots and not the drawing of the slot. Of course, I commented the drawing because I want to make it abstract. However, the slots are not there and I don't see the content of player's inventory. For example, none of these will show up. Now, if I move to the GUI 9, I had commented lots of things here, as you see, and they are some background stuff and some progresses that we will show in HUD, for example, bus bars and things like that. However, to see them properly myself, I had to do this. This junk background is 3 copies of the same generic texture that we were using. The first step inside making an abstract GUI, for me at least, is to get rid of every vanilla texture background drawing system that we had. For example, if I go back inside our generics, you see that I did copy and paste the generic images of the vanilla GUI. Some of these are from Furnace or I don't know. For example, this 176, 166 is almost the standard size of every vanilla interface, being for Furnace, for the chest, stuff like that. However, why should I have 5 different textures and force users to go and tweak textures in Photoshop or GIMP or Paint.net or any other application when I can handle drawing it in code? Now, before I add it inside anything in the JiGui, we need to do it inside our test library so that we can see the result faster. Now, if I open any one of these GUIs inside Photoshop, you see that they are almost identical. At least the center is always the same. The border is the same, and the only thing that is changing is the width and height. Drawing this needs some thoughtful process. As you see, I have painted 2 pixels with red dots. These will be the corner that I will draw the background. So I will draw that light gray from here to here. That is our first step. Then I need to draw the top border from here to here, the down border from here to here. Notice that I'm intentionally leaving that red dots. The left border from here to here and not that one. Remove that part. So it will be from here to here and remove that first row. The left border will go 1 pixel higher and will not draw the bottom pixel. Then I will draw the 4 corners. Now this means that I think it's 18 draw calls, because for drawing this top border, I have to call the draw context twice. One for the dark black pixel on top and then one for the white color. Same goes for the other borders. We have dark blackish color and then white. I think it's pure black, I'm not sure. And then these ones. To make that happen, we should start thinking and planning and drawing in ordered fashion. So I will keep this one in the second monitor and I will mimic the process of drawing everything inside library, but in the main test mode. To draw anything, we will have 2 integers. One is the width and one is the height. Let's say that we want to draw one of these standard things. So let's go with 176 by 166, the standard one that we use for any interface, for example, furnaces or chests. When we have the width and height, we can have the starting X, the starting Y, let's call them a start and remove the ing. So start X, start Y, end X, and end Y, and all of these will be integers, okay? But I need to play with these variables each time, and I'm heavily using this Photoshop and everything else. As I said, we will start with this top left pixel, and it is 3 by 3, means that we will go from X 3 times in, so this is 0, 1, 2, 3. So we will say start X equals to actually the X, so we will have int x equals, I don't know, I will start with maybe 10, and int y equals to 10. So we will start from 10 pixels to 10 pixels of the left top border of the monitor. And the start x is 10 plus 3, as we said. The start y is the same. So start, and instead of 10, I will start with x. Start y is equals to y plus 3. Then the ending here is important. To find the ending, I will draw the borders and select everything that I need to draw. And we will see it's 170 to 127. Now, the whole picture is important to notice. I should have done it first. Let's note those values. We start with 176 by 133, okay? And then I need to know where I'm gonna draw that. So let's zoom in and Control D, and hopefully these guidelines will help me get the pixels that I want. No, one more pixel, thankfully. So we are doing from 170 width by 127. Now comparing these two, we see that the end x should be starting x plus the width, but we will reduce 6 pixels from it, so minus 6. The end y equals to, again, 6 pixels, so it will be start y plus height minus 6. Now that we have this, we should be able to draw something. So we say context.fill, because we want to fill something, and that is the render layer. Actually, I think I have it here. Let me see. GUI based, no, not that. That one. Render layer, column, get GUI texture, okay? And that's that. Then we want the x1, I think. And why are you not showing me? Anyway, yeah, x1 is a start x, y1 is a start y, x2 is end x and y, and finally the last one is the color. Now for the color, I have some constants here that I can use from GUI colors, and that is the panel. So we go with GUI colors dot the background dot panel. That's the color. And why are you not happy? Dot fill layer x1, y1, x2, y2 int color. Why are you not happy with this one? All of these are integers and int color. It says cannot resolve method. Oh, holy crap. Why are you not happy with this? Okay, let's remove this one. I don't know. Maybe we didn't need that render layer. That's stupid because it's telling me that it may want that render layer. Anyway, let's run the game again. I did stop the game to resync the Gradle to make sure that everything is up to date. Yeah, we don't need that render layer. For the GUI, we don't need that. Okay, good to know. As the game is coming up, let's talk about something that I was wondering how to do it, and that is tabbed layouts. Basically, Vanilla has two different interfaces, I think, that has tabs. The most known one is the Creative tab. The Creative tab is really special because when you are switching the tabs, the number of slots and the position of slots inside the tab is not changed, as you see. No matter where you go, we have the same number of slots inside rows and columns. However, if you want to have different slots in the inventory, you can't do that. Okay, here we go. We have our border. Now I can pin this guy on the monitor so that we can play with the numbers. Let's start with, I don't know, well, let's make it 30 and let's make it 80. Oh, too much. Or maybe not. Yeah, too much. Okay. So let's go the other way, 80 and 30. I want to make it central, almost central, away from those white things. So maybe 100. There we go, almost there. We will figure things out when we go to the abstract class. Now that I have that central place, I want to start working with the borders. To make the border, I will draw something for the top. So we will have to play with these start and ends again. The starting point now is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, so we will go with copying this. The start will be x, actually the same, x plus 4. The y will be plus 4. Now for the width, as you see on the right hand, I go all the way to here. But on the left hand, I'm going 4 pixels in. So it became 170. Okay, so the end y is actually the y plus 1 because we want to draw 1 pixel row, but the end is a start x plus width minus 6 again. Okay, and we want to fill this with a new color that I don't have here, but I will make it 0xFF000. This is black. Okay, and let's draw that. It will be hard to see it. Actually, I'm wrong on placement. Okay, why did I do that? Y is equals 0. There we go. So we have a top black border. The next one is almost identical. The only thing that is changing is the y plus 1. This is plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, okay? Or maybe, yeah, it should be okay. So the test here is actually to be white, this border, or I think I have a color for this one. So GUI, although it's white, I'm sure it's white, GUI colors dot background dot border highlight. Now it's really hard to see here, and I did dent down 1. That's not what should happen. It shouldn't go into there. So question is, if I remove this 1 here, will it draw a line at all? No. So this is plus 1, but we need to go 1 up. Actually, I don't like it. I seriously don't like it. So this one will go plus 4. And it should now, yes, be in place. Then we need to draw the bottom side. It's the same thing. Only things that are changing is actually, let me remove that. This is the black one, and this is the white one. So what did I do? Okay, I need this part, and I need to mark them. This is top border. Now I want the bottom border. So the bottom border is the same on the X, but the Y will be different. Here for the black, we will go with Y plus height minus 1. And this one, Y plus height. No, this one. This is a start Y plus 1. And the X is the same. So let's draw one after another. I should see a black line down below, and I'm not seeing it. Why am I not seeing it? Y plus height minus 1, and then we go 1 down. Yeah, we should see that. I'm fairly sure it's not there because it's dark, but I'm sure it's not there. What did I do wrong? Y plus height, then we go 1 above, then that. Oh well, we will figure things there. So this is Y plus height, but we need to go 2 more, so minus 3, and this is plus 2, okay? And goddamn, and that was correct. Here I was wrong. It's 2 pixels width, so that ruined everything. Okay, let me see. Now I need to draw the panel again. This is plus 3. Yeah, that's in place, and I'm sure that the black box is not drawing itself. Maybe I'm wrong. If I, for example, I don't know. Let's get this guy, and let's get some grass so that I can do this. Then drop that, and then somehow look upwards so that I don't see anything below myself, and open it. No, I'm not seeing that black line at all. Also, I need to go 1 down again. So this one is height minus 2. Am I correct? No, that was minus 1. And let's move this black border after the white one in both cases, because, you know, black on white is the outermost layer. What did I do now? Okay, let's see. The start X, the start Y, and X and Y. What did change? I'm drawing that, but in a wrong spot. Okay, let's see. Height minus 3 is this guy. It's in place, and I'm not sure if that black is being drawn, so let's go with the red. Yeah, it's there. It was just not being visible. So let's start with red so that we can see the borders, and then FF. And then we will move toward using the black when we are done. Okay, that is our bottom border. Now the left border, the start will be X, Y would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Y plus 4, and then the end X is again equals to start X plus 1. We go with 1 pixel. We are drawing the white first. So the X is plus 1. We go plus 2. The Y is 126 height, means minus 1. That doesn't make, oh no, here we go. 3 and 4, so 7. So this is plus height minus 7 for both of these. The black one is X and X plus 1, or in this case, the red one. And I did a screw up because this is Y plus 4. There we go. Now we want the right border. Let's go with the black one because it's easier. It's from width minus 1 and goes 1 above there. Y is the same with the right border. It should draw yes in place. Then here we go with plus width minus 3 and then plus 2, and it's in place. Okay, now the only remaining things are these 4 corners. I think I screwed up the top one. So top border and X minus 7 and minus 7 for the width. There we go. Now, as you see, we have 1 pixel dent here, and it's not that obvious, but we will have 1 pixel dent there. So when we draw these borders, it will be easier to cover them up. Now, top border is easy because for the last part, we want to draw the top corner, top left corner. And this is the screen utils.draw texture using context that we have. Then for the X, we start with X and with the Y. For the width, however, it's 4 by 4 and the U and V are 0 and 0. So it's 4 by 4. The texture width is 4. The texture height is 4. And why are you not happy? Oh, we need the texture. The texture would be inside container base textures dot background dot slice dot top left. Then we have the X, Y, U, V, width, height. Yeah, that's it. And then we need the ID of this guy. So let's draw that one. Let's go with the other ones. This is top right. Now, if you want to take a look, top right corner is these 3 dots. It will go 1 down and 3 from width offsetted toward left. So it will start from y plus 1, x plus width minus 3, and then it's 4 by 4. I think it doesn't need that, if I'm correct. Now for the bottom left, we start with x equals to 0. So this will be x. The y, however, is width minus, aren't these 4 by 4s? Yeah, y minus 3. No, not that one, but then y minus 4, and this is bottom right. Okay, it's there. Wow, seriously. Yeah, it needs to add the width, the height. So it is the bottom left, sorry, not right. If I open the bottom left inside Photoshop, it's this guy. Actually, it's really tiny. It's just 3 pixels. So yeah, and it will start from 0, no, minus 2. Oh, I need to do it. Okay, x minus 2, draw that one. Okay, let's do it. Let's just comment everything that we are drawing and keep the borders first. So this is, sorry, the corners first, and U2. So yeah, I'm drawing stuff. As you see, it's in the wrong place. This is correct. So if this is correct, I can move toward drawing those first 2 borders. Actually, I have the panel here. Let's just not see the panel first. Okay, maybe that should come black again. Somehow I think things are getting in my brain. That's correct. Okay, then this one is y plus 1. That's the correct spot. Are you wrong? Plus 4 plus 4. No, actually it's correct. Plus 3 and plus 3. Then the top border is y plus 2. So that's 2 pixels. Oh no, that's the black one. This guy. So that's our top border, and left corner is correct. Now, then let's go for the bottom one. So x plus 4, is that correct? We are drawing the white line. 0, 1, no, x plus 1. No. 0, 1, 2, 3 actually, and that shouldn't be the highlight, it should be the shadow. My bad. So let's do that, and this one should be 0, 0. So what's wrong here? X plus 3 and 3. Why don't I see you now? I think I see it, but this guy is in the wrong place. So yeah, again, this one will be plus 3. Okay, now this one should be, actually let me see if I make it y minus 2. So I'm moving it up, down. Do I see an empty pixel here? Okay, yeah, that's correct. So the bottom place for the left corner is wrong now. The bottom border, the shadow one, no, it's actually in the correct spot. No. That's correct. Now I wonder, why did I move the x? So minus 2, minus 1. It's in the spot, okay? But why did I have to go minus? It doesn't make sense for me. Because if I'm drawing a 4 by 4 by 4 by 4, and this is bottom left, then I'm starting from here. This should be the x, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. It should place in the same spot. So why do I have to tweak the x here? Doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense to me. So let's go with the left border first. The white color, no, sorry, that's the right one. What? Why are you drawing it there? Redundant assignment. Yeah, it's redundant. Who cares? Why are you drawing it there? Left border. I did rename. God. Okay, put comments, and this is our right border, not left. So let's go with the left border, but let's start with the white one. It should be these 2 pixels. It is actually that. And then I will move that one. And as you see, it's a start x. Start x is equals plus 1. Oh, look at that. That's totally wrong for the left border. So it's there. And then it is 0, 0. So now it is okay. However, I don't understand this one. I seriously don't understand this. Anyway, I will fix that thing anyway. Now for the right border, let's go with the white color. It is filling these two. Should it do that? And okay, let's see that 1 pixel should be here. This is actually 2 pixels, I think. Anyway, the reason we see that gray dot there is that I'm not drawing that corner yet. And then it should be, let's draw it. It's the starting x, y is +2, but +4. Let me see. And by the way, this is not highlighted anymore. It should be the border shadow. Yes, that's correct now. So it was just a visual feedback of using white and red here. And why do I don't see you? Because I need to go with 1. What? Okay, right border. The black color, we start with x. Yeah, we need to do that. And we go with -1. Now it's in place. And now it's getting shaped. The only confusion is this guy. Let's start the bottom one for the right side. This one should be easy. So the x plus the width -4. The height is -4, and then we draw 4 by 4, and this one is bottom right. Draw that one, and god damn it, it's in the correct spot. The thing is that I'm not drawing that left side correctly. I'm not sure if I'm drawing the Y correctly or not. If I choose something like 30 on red, or I don't know, A. Oh no, that's the wrong thing. That's the bottom. That's the right. That's the left one. Okay, let's go with 60 for the red. I'm not seeing it. A. What the? That's the left. God damn it. Okay, it's the red is correct. It's barely visible, but it's correct. So this one is 1 pixel up. So it should fill this gap. And that's our panel. Finally, we got it done. I hope it's correct on the X and Y. It should be. The only hiccup was that left corner and the drawings of the colors being mixed up. Now I can get this whole thing and make a screen util out of it. So I will take it to the second monitor and I will make a screen util here that says draw background. As you see, I had one for draw player inventory. This one is accepting the X, Y, width, and height. So everything that we are doing is a copy paste from our code to here. That should work because the way we had done it is that we already utilized those 4 variables. Finally, we should be able to do things. Let me keep these. So this is the panel. This will let me know what I'm doing and where I'm drawing it. Although I can use regions for that. That's our draw background. I have to close the game. Although it's tedious, I will remove this GUI from my Maven repository and I will come back and inside our JiGui, I will publish it to local Maven. At the same time, I will remove this GUI from our repository being cached. Finally, I need to resync this Gradle project. And at the same time, I will go into this screen renderer. I will not delete the whole thing, but I will comment it. So from here all the way to here, I will put the whole thing into comment. Then I will say screen utils dot draw background should be somewhere on top. Draw background. Now we need the context. The X, as we found, is 120 and 30. And the size that we made decision is 176 by 166. And this effectively should draw the background exactly where we were. As you see, it's drawn in the exact same spot with exact same shape. It shouldn't be wondered. However, the real test is now. If you notice, when we are calculating the center for any one of these, we have this dot background width and this dot background height. I want to go full screen. So I will start from 0 and 0 and then use background width and background height. If everything is correct, I should fill the screen and see these borders exactly at the border from top to bottom. Let's see if it works. And something is not behaving. Oh, look at that. Background. That's the height. Actually, if I use height and width, that's the correct thing, I think. Not the background one. And yes, it's now filling the screen and it may be not visible in the video, but the black borders are there and it's perfectly filling the screen right now. Of course, this is not the screen that you should make ever, because, well, guess what? You don't see the players or anything else in the game. Also, if you're using something like REI, JEI, they will draw things on the left-hand side and the right-hand side and top. So you should use, I would dare to say half of the screen the most, or maybe 2/3 of the screen, nothing bigger than that. And also, it's a very wrong place to draw. Actually, I was drawing it in background, wasn't I? Yeah. Remember to always draw it in background because this is the background. And the background draw call for draw background is happening once when you open the GUI. Of course, when you hot swap it, it works. But it is actually one draw call and 4 drawings, or in this case, lots of drawings. But it's really not performance hitting. So for example, if I go with 100 by, I don't know, 20, and then width minus 200 and height minus 40, so it's still in the center, you see that my frame rate, it's not obvious maybe in the video, but I can see it. It's 118, 119, 117. So it's not really a performance hit to draw your screen like this, but it's a really powerful way of drawing your screen. And by doing that, I can now get rid of these generics. However, I will do it after recording the video because I have to sit back and write all those 9 screen renderers. And that's the first part. Now, I hoped that this wouldn't take more than 10 minutes. However, between tries and tests and figuring things out, it took a bit long. So I will stop the video here, and in the next video, we will finish our abstract class.
If you like these videos, please subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and turn on that bell so that when I publish a new video, you will get informed. Have fun, everyone. Bye.